I just like
Gotcha. Wait up. I don't really give a fuck about some things. I just can match it up. Like bitch take dick from a man you know and still don't let him wrap it up. Damn.
Viewers, Shensia are one of the most talented artists from out of Jamaica, people. You hear that? Rap, share rap. Yo. But I know that we come to talk about tonight. So we have Cool Face and Tyrical, a whole of reasoning people. And we have to big up Cool Face now. Because Cool Face is back with the live strips every Tuesday night, people. So be sure to tune in. Yeah, man, and follow him on Instagram also. So, Tyrical, I make the people them know, say, Mr. Vegas is a very ungrateful artist. Yeah, man, the man also, I tell the people them, say, yo, him write one of the biggest songs for Bounty Killer, same way. So, people, listen to the reasoning, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Yeah, man, also share the video, like the video, and subscribe to the channel, people. So without further ado, make we hear a Tyrical and Cool Face a reasonable.
Yo, we're never afraid to talk the real sufferation. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when you can be as real as possible, and that to me, you know what I mean, and that me bring to music, you know, realness, you know. And long after me learn music and realize, say, yo, you have to be a hypocrite, you know. You have to hear all the producer get a joke and it's not funny, yes, you know. You see? So me learn music late because me just tell people how I feel and talk my mind. And that was like a big hazard for me. You know what I mean? Because I would just tell you how I feel because I was really coming from my art. I never really learned the craft of the game. So the craft of the game, you have to be a hypocrite.
Big part of the game, yeah. A big part of the game. You're too truthful, you kind of stay away.
You know that already.
Yeah, really.
You see? So it's like everybody have to just be a fake if you want to sustain in this game. So I just do this game because I love this game. Right? I'm not pursuing a career. So anyone think I'm really, you know what I mean, coming out because I want a hype. No, I don't want a media hype. But when you hear someone speak of you and they are not speaking accurately, you have to come and defend yourself.
Yeah.
You understand? Worse people who you were the one that helping them. No disrespect when I'm saying that, you know, it's just a fact, you know. Because as you can say, you can play my hit songs from then. One time, that song that you just played in a Cool Face was the only song I have, you know. Everywhere me go, me have to perform it till me tired, you know, man. Me I say, yo, Father God, me pray to God help me to send a next song that I can perform like how I perform that song, you know, because that song was everywhere me go, me mash up the place. I need one more song. Until him give me the next big song, 09, one my one.
No, before you go one my one, there's a next song before one my one, man.
Long before.
Eh?
But me just talk about when the wealth start coming.
No, but there's a next song, man. There's a next song, and what's the name of it? This song, this was first, but there's a next song. DJ the song after this, man. At them time, you know. See if we can find it. You know the song, man.
Another one pan the scare. Can we get a big song pan the scare with him for big ship, you know? No, give me no this, no, give me no that. Just give me the old time scare. I'm just coming and say,
not that.
Enjoy the house. Them know what I sent. Me nah go pay.
That one
too much. Yeah,
that one there.
That was the song. That was the song that I had Vegas singing everywhere that we went, because that was the song that he was using to get recognition. Because the original singer on that song is a producer. He was just here. He was just in the studio here, my voicing, and we just be creative and him come with a hook and it work. So therefore, now when me a perform it on stage, him won't come because him shy.
Yeah,
so everywhere me go, me and Vegas used to run out with the song. Them time the Nike you not come about. None of them songs you not come about.
Yeah.
So a man just want to make it look like some boys when Nike here come about them career start. But career start long before Nike here. When Tyrical had you everywhere that I get to perform, yeah, and the next singer when I'm last year. It was 2 singers appearing with at the time. You understand me? And it's not a hype thing, it's just a fact that if you used to help someone, you don't want to hear them attack, say them used to help you. That's just not factual, because when he got the chance to give back a helping hand, he took off. So that's why when me hear now 20 years after now, because even when him took off, you know, I never know why him vex, you know. Because all I did was call his phone and ask him if it's because him get the hit song now, why him took off on me. Right? That's all I did, you know, call and ask. What? Is because you get the hit song now, you stop linking me where I never expect say, that will bring the perpetual vex. So when me hear, he must say me vex with him because me want to check tickets at a dance gate. That's negative. That's a lie. That so with Bounty Killer in the hills, that's a long time. That's long before Nike or long before anything come along.
So, all right, that dance in particular, that you said the argument start over, which accountability, as you say, we're supposed to be running off the gate, or whatever the case is with the checking money, or something was amiss.
Yeah.
Which dance was that, and where was that dance?
It was a show that we kept in the hill with Bounty Killer. Because you have to understand that Bounty Killer is my friend. Right? So what Evil Vega should be appreciative of is that when we used to be around Killer, right, I used to seek sounds where sounds went and where reservoir run low. So we would check Killer and Killer would do dubs first. So we could make money so we could, you know, continue to sustain, you know, while pursuing the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was what Killer was to us. So not only dub plate, so we would try to keep shows too.
Yeah, and
right?
Killer was hot. You get a show with Killer anywhere them time there. You don't have to ask. Dance ram.
You don't want Killer alone by your flyer and that black.
Black. Anywhere in the world. Anywhere
right?
in Jamaica. Any bush place.
So I spoke to Killer and got a show. Like we organized sound and everything and whatever and set flyer and everything. Right? Me, Tyrical, Michael, Augustus, Harris, and me are the man. See? Me organize everything. Me have all the links. If you notice, you know what they said, you know, I introduced them to Killer. So that means I was pushing you. Because remember at that time, Killer was the man that calling out artists on stage and bossing them.
Yeah.
So if I bring you to Killer and introduce you, that means I'm sharing everything I have. You know what I mean? That means I know you have the talent. I want you to go. Right? So it's not that I have my friend and I don't want them to boss. I want them to boss. So it's anyone go first. Right? So I don't expect you're going to get the break and expect I should call out to you. Or I now reach out to you. No, you saw me at Big Ship and come and ask me if you can power with me. These friendships are rare when someone come and ask you. Mr. Vegas came to me and asked me if he could power with me.
Yeah.
And I never refused him. I took him under my wing. So if a lot of people don't know about Tyrical now, I had songs before that people wanted. I may not be major. I'm not going to hype up myself. But I get songs that people love and still work dear to the heart even up to today. And that's what music about. It's not about me. Right? Music is about salvation that is going to live long after I'm gone.
True words. Well spoken.
Bob Marley died at 36, but yet still, he has done so much more than a lot of us that are gone so much years over 36.
Yeah.
So it's not what you do or what, is how you do it and the life that you touch. Because you cannot live through material things. You cannot live through houses and cars and whatever. You live through the impact that you have on people's life. Right?
All right. Let me talk about something else, because I know this is fresh right now with this Mr. Vegas, because Mr. Vegas have a time where him just get up on the stack a bag of thing, you know, like him somebody hit him white foul and just get off and say some things, and then him calm down back and say some things. It's like he's having a Kanye moment. Him and Kanye kind of have something with them, it just go off no time. Maybe them bipolar or something. So it's like that. But for me now, like, come uptown and live near Barbican over the years and circle Barbican and house around Barbican, around Sample 6 Barbershop, Gunmouth, or like man on the road and stuff. And know some of the history. And know some of the history of dancehall. I want to shed light on the early days, in the beginning, because as I said, anybody come from uptown, if you come from Narbrook, if you come from Cherry Garden, if you come from Jack's Hill, if you come from any one of these communities, in the 90s when dancehall was booming, Barbican was a staple. Colin Fata was right there, and Colin Fata worked with Silver Arc, which is owned by two of the best dancehall producer, maybe the best dancehall producer ever left, Steely and Cleve. Steely that passed on, rest in peace Steely, and stuff like that. So dancehall was right there. All the people, all the artists in the community got some type of energy. Everybody had that bug beat everybody from uptown to downtown.
Singing Sweet, the Reggie Stepper, the Josie Stepper, what about great artists come from Barbican?
So this is what I want to shine light on right now. I want people to understand the movement that people, Barbican is uptown. If anybody don't know, Barbican is uptown.
Yeah.
Barbican is uptown. So we want to talk about the movement of dancehall in the uptown diaspora, like when you were coming up, when you were just about before your vice. Where you started out, when you know you had a thing for music, when you know you had talent, when you discover all these things.
Alright. Our first knew I had the thing for music. You have an artist named Singing Sweet.
Yeah.
Right? So we were 2 kids at that time. 12-year-old. Alright? Because I know my talent in it. I might not be the biggest artist, but it's okay. I know my role in life. And once you know your purpose are the biggest thing that a man could ever know. So maybe I'm a vehicle. And it's okay. Right? So Singing Sweet was my friend at that time, and there was a competition going on, right? So Singing Sweet was, anybody knows Singing Sweet, I'm going to reveal if a man don't know, right? So Singing Sweet now was pursuing a career, you know. So a competition was going on in Grand Spain, and I heard about it, right? Listen to the magic now in a cool face.
Yeah.
I heard about it, and all these people that are calling their name, you can find them and ask them. They're not going to deny the truth, like Homelessness Vegas is. And I'm sure, I'm positive that they're not going to deny it. Right? Boom, boom. Yeah. All of them that is going on now. Tyrical have a thing to do with them career. And it couldn't be coincident for Tyrical have so much input in so much giant career in our music. I couldn't look on it as bad. I see that as I'm great. And if I do something good, and someone don't want to acknowledge it, I'm not the problem. If there's anyone that I'm being ungrateful to in this life, I want to go and repay them right now. That is me.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing bad in life. I'm gonna say, that because you might have international songs that is bigger than Tyrical. You wanna say, no, you're not on any mountain over anyone. You understand what I say? I don't understand how I measure life for success. I don't measure life for success. I measure life for the relationship you have with the Almighty. You understand what I say? And the love where you look out for people, that means measure life for. You understand what I say? So, I just want you to understand that when I was traveling with Singing Sweet now and I heard about the show, right? I went and I got 2 songs. Listen, kids in, and I called him and I said, Singing Sweet, I want you to study these 2 songs. Right? And I got a tape, played the song over and over and over until Singing Sweet got it. It was a song named, You Don't Have to Sneak in the Dark. Now play with me now. I know what to go for. And you know Singing Sweet look a voice already.
Yeah.
So, listen up, people. Singing Sweet, we sing, When I See You Smile. The pretty voice artist there, Tyrical was the one who helped him and showed him the way to propel into stardom. So it's not first me doing it. Vegas, you're not the first artist me send to the world. See? Alright. Me I talk about from 12 years old, you know, we are kids, you know. Because me and them are same, you know, me are singing sweet at same age. Alright. So I got the song, 2 songs. I don't remember the other song, but I make him study 2 songs, but that was the major song.
Yeah.
Right? Cool face, me give the man me chain. Me give the man me chaparita. Me give the man me ring. Cause that about Tyrical, you know, you see the biggest problem when me have is to help people. The biggest problem me see me have in life is to help people, and the record is there, the history is so long. I mean, not see my proud of it. See? So me give singing sweet, me chain, me give me chaparita, me give me ring. And me tell him to hold the mic with the ring. And tell him how to go down on him knee. I tell you, say the man did win the competition. And that's where his career started. And Colin Fat saw him and started to advise him.
And the rest is history.
And you know the rest. Just
The rest
one
is
song.
history.
Brother, every man wrote different in their life, you know. Singing sweet just voice one song and I hit that, and the rest is history. If any man know them on the rising, at the same you they say, I had a girl.
That was her name. Since she left me, it's never been the same.
So,
Murder, man.
he was the one that sang all those songs. You know what I mean? And I was the one who started that. Right? So that's where I knew I had it. So I started linking with Baby Wayne.
Oh, you have to tell me some more about this. You have to tell me some more about this.
No man, me have some lyrics, so me I say not tell me say me timid, I'm afraid like a mouse, what I had to get rid of, nothing like crab loss. No tell me say me timid, I'm afraid like a mouse, what I had to get rid of. Me say, crab loss you crawl in your ear and go under you warm. Me use curse in island feel say them gone. Early next morning them cockatoo a yarn. I bite me to sickness, I bite me to scan. See me them bite me, I more them a born. Them a well-trained police hour. Yo, them a well-trained police all wear uniform. Yo, them sang that years ago, you know. If you notice, a Baby Wayne pattern of style that, you know. That's why I make sure DJ can make you hear, you know. So that's where I'm coming from, where I used to talk gimmicks. So,
but you know, sadly enough, dancehall needs some of this right now, because every song of people are dead, every song have gone, every song of this. Dancehall need, but a little light side of dancehall music, some fun things, something where everybody can listen and have a laugh, because the place too serious, the place too tense.
True. So, as I say, my life is about just helping people. And I like doing it. You know what I mean?
So may I beg you, tell us some more stories about Baby Wayne, because I'm a huge Baby Wayne fan. Whenever I hear the word Baby Wayne, ting, and everything go off.
Alright. I show now some personal experience with Baby Wayne. Baby Wayne write a song to me. Me and him sit down and build it. And then by the time he got my bed and wake up, a man say, yo, Baby Wayne mash up over so. I'm asking him when he use and mash up at the song. The man give me a song where say, me never say, yo mate no boss way. But when me find out which part she did there, me never say, yo mate no boss way. When me find out, yeah, what happened? Me boss way. But yeah, which part she drop in a people, dirty clothes, we around her house back. She boss way, but I wish part she drop in a full kubas and contract with cock.
Oh, God.
No. Those were history of Baby Wayne. I mean, I give you next history about Baby Wayne too. Big up Baby Wayne, that I'm sister anyway she
yeah.
Here's the next history about Baby Wayne. What I knew about Baby Wayne, right? Baby Wayne, anything you say or do, him just take it and build a song same time.
Yeah.
Right? Alright. Baby Wayne there my yard one day, I come in. See, and he's a man, any man know Baby Wayne, me not hide him thing. He's a man who do him thing. See, him say me on the back and do him thing. See? And me I come in one night now and me I try, me I intimidate him. So me knock the door and say, police! Police! So me know him on deck. And him get timid and so me go in and see me and him and say, yo, DJ, yo, you know him stammer already.
Yeah.
Yo, DJ, you know what you do to me a little while. Yo, you give me a new song. I mean, I say, oh, go I say, yo, hear this. Somebody mentioned police. Me now have time to look for CG before me take time to clear out the street. Yeah, once I be your about police, me remember about Reed, remember about Paul, me remember about Pete. Or them rob the bank round from West Main Street. Them catch Paul today and catch Pete the other week. That was Baby Wayne type of rhymes. A theme song them me a DJ, and that's why you see me a buck on them. But enough of these songs, a lot of people never hear them before because they never released.
Yeah.
There were songs that were created, but them never voiced.
Damn.
So that is how close we used to be able to win. That's even the song when give me, but still voice it. But I put melody to it. When I say, me never say, you make no boss way, no. Me never say, some girl no boss way, but cool for you see you was some girl boss way. But I wish pa she drop in a people dirty clothes we around her house back. She boss way, but I wish pa she drop in a full Cuba sign contract with. You see me?
A line there, a killer star. A line there's a killer.
So I just show you how Baby Wayne is a genius. Because we're not free to give credit, you know.
Yeah.
So that was one of the first songs when me still ever do with somebody right. You know? And even when he died, I had to voice that song because he gave me. And no one else know about those lyrics. Me to say she boss about which bar she drop in a people dirty clothes around house back. She boss about which bar she drop in a full Cuba sign contract with cock. Those artists were genius with rhymes and comedic lyric. So those were where my early craft of creation started and how to formulate lyrics.
All right. Tell me the story behind writing and me, the old dirty boy up on the street.
All right. I was never from the street.
Yeah.
I live on the road now, nothing but guess I know I love people. I'm always defend some people who nobody no look towards. So I am always just like how I could have all of them people me I talk about, you know, them are not nobody when you help them, you know. Them never have no name, I just that more on the people them for understand. So all who want to say whatever they want to say, I'm just letting you know that when I was taking these people around with me, calling them on my shows, they never have any name. And even when I called them on, they weren't mashing up the shows. But I still tolerated them. So I don't want no one to say, oh, someone want to blame people for them not reaching anywhere in life. What you talking about reaching? What you talking about? I don't understand. Life is the greatest. From I'm here in life and in flesh, I made it. Look much people not there now, bro.
No.
I'm still in a position where I'm still a help artists and still a help people. Right? I still have young artists who I invest in them career. Take up my financial, I'm investing in them. So my life is not about me.
Yeah.
I learned that from a long time, say I am not, this life is not about me, my life is for people. Right? But I just want people to just be accurate when they're speaking. I don't want you to say you used to tell someone to voice me when I have no record of that. I wish that was true. I now go and like say I'm born rich and one thing I mean, I'm realize ever in a bit. See? Enough man try edit me out of them history.
That's serious enough.
You understand me? Because if a man want to deny that I did not take them to the hospital when their jawbone got broken.
No, I don't want to get to that yet. I don't want to get to that yet. There's several things that I have in my brain that I want to get to before you get to that. Because your story, you see the amount of stories you have, there's more stories that I think people have learned more from than even that. Because we have seen it so many times that, as I say, sometimes I have some way off moment when I just go off and stuff. So I don't really get caught up in that. I just know that, like for me, the goal is like the Baby Wayne stories, and that's golden to me at this point in time. And every time I do an interview and somebody have an experience with Baby Wayne, I try my best to make them share it, because this new generation where DJ is a handful of them knowing him, baby. Like I spoke to Skilly Bang like in part of last year, and I saw him for the first time. We end up start reasoning about some stuff, and we were reasoning about baby. And I say no, baby. And the man say I want to take cold face, and the man start DJ some song and tell me some stuff. And I felt so good that I one of the young youth them right now where me feel like bad certain way. Even listen baby way, and when you hear certain things when I spit, I can't sit and say, yo, it have a vibe like that too. Man, Skilly Bang a bad artist. You know history. Once you know your history, brother, that's the key. That is one of the key things to the game. So that is one of the things them. I respect every artist who even make one hit song. Because a mark is very important. Yeah. A lot of artists never make a market in the game. True. Right? And I have to say a lot, because remember I will work and think about it. If a man even want to discredit me that I didn't write or help write Edzai. I write Born as a Sufferer with Bounty Killer and Wayne Marshall. Yeah. And that's a very huge song on the Duali rhythm. Yeah. That went #1 all over the world, and it's me alone write every word, every line, and brought it to them, and they just nailed it as I gave them. Yeah. I remember Bounty Killer called me one day and said, yo, DJ, do it in our history. It's my first #1 in New York. Call me a DJ. None of the song the moment do for Dave Kelly. Never go #1 in New York yet. That's why you hear me talk it loud. At the general call me and tell me that, and me make up no story, no one thing with me, Me talk, but when me talk, me not tell lie when me talk. I try my best to be as truthful as possible so nothing come on and bite me. Yeah. Bounty at the general called me and told me that the song that I gave him, Born as a Sufferer, is the biggest song that he ever done that went to #1 in New York. It's the biggest solo song. Check the history. Duali rhythm are one of the biggest rhythm. The biggest rhythm dancehall, yeah. Big up to Lenky. And as I talk about Sean Paul know the history. Sean Paul knew that it was we together powering up and down. Me and Vegas everywhere, sun, rain, shine. So when I talk about Vegas, it's not like me I talk about our fans. You might know the superstar that is talking about is on mountain now. It's just the same Clifford Smith to me. You have to understand that, I don't look at him as a fan. I look at him as a friend. Right? So you might claim that you're on the mountain or whatever, but you're just the same person that I knew that never had anything. And you were suffering bad. You were less fortunate than I. And I shared every opportunity that I had to bring you up. So if it's the show that I'm keeping, you're holding the gate. You know what is the gate? The gate is one of the most precious places in our venue. For someone to give you the gate to hold, to show that is to show the respect. Yeah. And this is all that money, and this is everything that take place. You hold the gate like a gate, man. You was holding gate, you was collecting the money. Yeah. It was a gate man work you're doing, you're collecting money. Yo, just don't try put me down, virgin. Just look at the respect when I share with you, no brother, man. Mama, calm down. Yo, mama, calm down. Come just want as we say, you have so much stories to talk about. That is the least of the problem. Let's talk about, finish the story of me, the old little boy on the street. Tell me how the composition came about. Well, as I said, I love people, and I have an imagination brain. I have an imaginative brain, right? And that is the way I write. And that is what sustained me in the game, because I always think that some international star is going to come one day, and I just always think that. So I never give up. I never stop doing the game. Okay? So whether you hear me or not, me still do the game, me still create rhymes, me still do me thing, me never stop yet. Right? Yeah. Me still have places to go, right? And that's what keep me. Because when you don't reach it, you know you have a journey to go up, and you have something to look forward to. Yeah. So even if my journey take me a time and our next man might reach before me, I don't grudge him. You know what I mean? Because my life is exciting. Going towards the goal, it's exciting. Never a dull moment. Me never there at the top yet, I know the top feel. Yeah. But I know that heading up
day by day, laying a block day, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
Challenges every day, the yes and the no, and the doors that close in your face and the one that open, you go home, and it's exciting to me. I just live life, and as I know, life should be up and down. It's a wavelength. That's how I look at life.
Me still want you to tell me how you write this song.
So as I said, I love people, and I think that these people are on the street, they don't get any respect. You know, a lot of people look down on them. So I just wanted to do a song and say that is me. You know what I mean? It's me. Because I have the privilege now to go in the studio. Right? So I want to do a song that tell people that is me. The youth where you pass out on the road is me. You understand me? I say? So that's what I just really want to send a message to the youth them to make them know, so watch I just have hope. Because even though you're there on the street, that you reach that studio to have a voice.
I love the concept. I love the concept. It was very different. And
yeah, man. Hold on, no. Instead of talk about concept, I think that concept is the first in dancehall and reggae music history that a man come and says need up on the road. People always do and say, yo, take up the youth them off of the street, help the youth them. You know what I mean? But no one has ever said that is me. I am this person.
The only other song that I can recollect at this point in time is Red Rat, Street Side of My Bass.
And I'm glad how you raised that point, because I don't have to raise it. And Red Rat copied that from me. And if Red Rat is anywhere where he's at right now, I'm just speaking the truth. Because my song came out first. Right? When my song came out, Main Street wasn't together.
Yeah, it wasn't together yet.
It never exists.
Yeah, it never exists.
But I think that it's a brilliant idea what he did with the song. Trust me, I loved it. I love the Red Rat song. Because it showed me that, let me tell you something, I don't know about nobody, you know. When me do things and people do it, I love it, I don't fight them, you know. Because it showed me, say, my talent is being acknowledged by other persons, and they can create from what I created.
Yeah.
So I love the Red Rat song.
And as I say, why I keep on asking, you know, the making of this song, to me, because when I listen back the song and see how creative it was, how the story was broken down, and the picture was painted. The picture was painted so vivid. It was like, it's like in 3D at the time. You can see everything what you're saying. You know that you look on the road, you see the street, you're gonna go through it.
And also come I need to shoot a video for that song right now too.
It's still relevant because the street youth them right now, sometimes it's sad since we come back. Most of the local youth them sit on the road a white glass and a bag of money, and it's still relevant up to today.
It's even more relevant today right now.
In these times where we think Jamaica reach a certain point where everybody have a money, we still say a whole heap of youth on the road. A white glass. And then, you know what? Stop a second. It even probably even more relevant right now with the news that I just saw like 2 days ago or a day ago with them say the homeless people some homeless people got killed downtown and half a tree and right by Central Police Station. I was reading the newspaper about it as well. Homeless people and people that on the street go living a hard life. And it's not all them mentally disturbed, not all them crazy. Some of them just homeless and some of them just sleep there. So like this is probably more relevant than ever.
Brother, enough of them just want people like me to reach out to them. Just like when we reach out, because if me never help enough of them would be like those persons that you sit downtown to. If I, Michael Augustus Harris, never help a lot of these youths, a lot of them would be in the position that you're saying that these people are in now. Who to tell? What if I never exist? If I never exist, you would never miss a Vegas. And it's evident. He wouldn't exist. Because I was there pushing him, taking him like a baby from ear to there, from ear to there, from ear to there. The record is there, the history is there.
All right. you wrote for Bounty Killer. Born as a Sufferer is one of the biggest songs that you wrote for Bounty Killer.
Yeah.
You've wrote other songs for Bounty Killer as well, right?
Woman a trail me, one will sail me. Why me in a bulk who no one retail me. Say them not fail me, either blackmail me. One hold me just to be nail me. Like that woman take care truck bus and bike, y'all walk it. Like
Some flat got the market.
Get some bake, some trust and buy it.
Some go on the road go talk it.
Hey, them tell them mother and them granny and them auntie and them niece and them big fat sister and your mom. Well, look and take off like rocket and I move faster than a bullet. I run come and them target. Swell, woman a trail me. And even that time again, Bounty Killer came back to me. Well, I know, yeah, that next story. It's when Killer Vice a sang there. In Vice a sang there for Dave Kelly. I listen to this and next history again. Almost every song that Bounty Killer does for Dave Kelly was written
by Dave Kelly. Yeah, I know that.
This song that I write for Bounty Killer is the first song that Bounty Killer ever voiced.
For Dave Kelly.
Great Dave Kelly.
That's a huge, no, that's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. With that one, don't care what to do youth.
No,
let me say.
Over.
Let me say it for who don't know. That is a huge deal.
Tell them again for me then.
That is a huge deal.
Them and they make them rhythm and write every song for it.
That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. Because Dave Kelly write most of the songs them sit on the rhythm them. Most of the songs them. He write them before and start write them and the artists come and finish them with them and stuff. So him take an outside song like that when I film with him, that's a huge deal. That is something you can definitely go so. And brush off your shoulder and pop your collar
and what Killer said, he was infused by the melody. Woman take care truck bus and bike, y'all walk it. Fly down like free market, who no get some bake, some trust and buy. Listen, you know, be a double rhyme, you know. Who no get some bake, some trust and buy. But it not done, you know. Some run go home, go talk it. Then tell them mother and them granny and them auntie and them niece. And them big fat sister named Margaret. Yeah. Right. Where it would dump and then stop and then the next rhyme go end it.
That was wicked.
So, me do it. Now I mean, as I say, Tyrical might write bigger songs for people that he done for himself, but it's okay.
So somebody sent me a long message a while ago. I don't know if I can see it now. Somebody sent a long message. Who's this? Killer. You feel me? Okay, all right. Yeah, so that song, as I said, that's a huge deal for anybody who don't know. When you write a song for a Dave Kelly project, especially a Bounty Killer, with Dave really hands-on with production and writing and every aspect of his production for Madhouse, it's a very big deal to say, yo, I write a song for a Dave reading for a Bounty Killer and Dave say, yo, I love that song, I want to advise it, because that is a huge deal. And because the man have them thing planned out from the first kick and snare them start making whatever, and don't have the idea when him start writing songs them already and know what I do.
And even inspired me too, because even at one point I was doing that too. I was building rhythm and calling in artists and giving them songs. I remember when I reunite the whole Monster Shack together. I go for General B, I go for Rounded, and I go for Ghost, and I write a song for all three of them. I have to talk about that too, that's a great history. When I go to General B, I say, boy, I Ghost are the problem, you know, man. I'm go to Rounded, boy, I Ghost are the problem. I'm saying, all right, nobody have no problem.
I've always heard that. You know, funny enough, I've always heard that. No disrespect to the singer, because I've been singing a long time, but that's what I've done a lot of times.
When we do a song with him, we don't want to gorilla war in our music. Right? I just been on, I never go for Idonia because I'm a general. Them youth don't pass me a road. But I go for either Vibes Cartel. I ask the world this. How much artists who never seen a reggae music go for Vibes Cartel and him come cameo in them video? Apart from his artists that he's pushing to the world.
Yeah, because Cartel very picky. I do usually pick you them thing there. I'm really rich if you get that straight there.
And I went for Vibes Cartel and he came in my video. Somebody only can go check it out on YouTube. We don't want no gorilla war. No gorilla war in here. Yeah. So I reunited Monster Shack at one point when they were civil. And write a song with name Sex. And they all three of them do it. You understand me? So, me have all time when I go for Bounty Killer and Sugar Miner. When I ride Sugar Miner. When I know Sugar Miner from nowhere.
The great Booger Miner, rest in peace.
I just go look for him and sing it, because some used to stay as I look at you. I just find them and sing the song. Yo, hear this Sugar. From me looking at your eyes, the message say you are lie, you are lie, you are lie. Sugar say, yeah. I just go look for Killer and do the same thing. Also, I don't remember Killer part, but let me tell you. I ride for Bounty Killer and ride for Sugar Miner and go for them and vice them.
And that is a next huge deal. For the young kids, them wanna understand who Sugar Miner, Youth Man Promotion. Sugar Miner responsible for a lot of the young artists them that break in at them time there. Him break a whole heap of artists. Enough big dancehall artists from back in the days them. Sugar Miner help break them with him sound and him studio right after him just roadside. That's a Youth Man Promotion. So Sugar Miner them I want a real daddy them in the music.
Yeah, man. So I was really inspired by Sugar them too. That's why I go for Sugar, you know. Because I think that Bounty Killer and Sugar, they have the same essence in terms of they love people, they love artists. If you can reason with enough of the artists, them back then them can tell you Sugar Miner, take them under them wing, and comfort them, close them, shelter them, until them get them break.
Yeah.
And I think that Bounty Killer is the only man who say, yo, if you don't have voice, scare them, you know. If you don't have voice, scare them, you can't get no Bounty Killer. I mean, I see no help people do that in a reggae, brother.
Still not happen.
So I don't want to hear somebody say, him tell someone that if they're not taking Tyrical, he's not voicing. They have to take my. I don't want it. That don't happen regular. It's Bounty Killer alone. I know do that. And look how much artists in the game. You can't call out hundreds of them. I mean, know if none of them would have a crew or say if you not take the crew, he not voice.
Yeah.
So when me hear a man say that about me, I say, if him tell someone that if you're just trying to look at hype, and that's what that's really get me upset in a cool face. Why I'm really burn a fire, you know? Because when I say if you never do something for me, I don't want to hear you say you do it. I don't want to hear you say you did something that you did not do. I am here now. So for you to say that you let someone tell someone to vice, that would be great. You know what I mean? Because I must admit that you got a bigger break than me. And you're international. I'm not, brother, I mean, people credit enough. But that no means more than the next man. The biggest artist, no means some of the baddest artists.
But we get in depth in the first song, the breakout song for Vegas. The breakout song, the big song, which is the first song we hear from him was Jeremy added Nike here. Let me see the end of the year. Never get slammed yet for your Nike here. And I've heard stories about how that song came about and stuff like that. But really and truly, Mr. Vegas really have a bad rap in the business, especially as a person in the business long enough, with circle enough studio and going and hear the stories them and hear different stories. His rap is not the best rap in the business. It's hard, it's not too often you hear anybody have really good things to say, like him really help out or whatever. I just always hear stories like him get him song and then him link back and the next week you know and talk to you. There's always bad vibes. I've always heard like bad vibes about Vegas.
It's a Vegas. Vegas not only this me, you know. It's a crew of him this, you know. Even, alright, when I knew Vegas, Vegas was really suffering. Listen to this, get this on record. Vegas was suffering when I knew him. He came to me and asked me to power with him. So I took him under my wing as I told you, right?
Yeah.
Vegas would get sick at times with his tonsil. He had tonsillitis. See, I'm a friend, I'm a close friend. I mean, day and night me and him park. That's why people have to understand why it affect me and why I tell you that it don't affect me in a great way that it affect me mentally. No, because I'm doing great. And I'm saying that if he never mentioned me in a interview, you know, speaking about silver tides, you know, because I'm saying that you should mention me at 20 years ago when you could have helped my career. You know what I mean? Because I think that when you got the break, if you would mention me like how me your governor called Diddy name, everywhere him go.
Yeah.
I sometimes see people get help, you know, man, that me say if Diddy not no song, the way your governor call him name, I don't know heart.
Yeah. That is something where
I said this
just
thing to my
somebody
brother.
supposed to stuck in the head.
The way your old governor said Diddy everywhere him go. That help Diddy. So whenever Diddy come with a song, just keep Diddy till when Diddy come with a song. So Diddy not have song, but the way your governor go on and I call him name. It help. So when I don't, I can find a song. So that's what friends are for, bro.
Yeah.
But me never help Vegas to be ungrateful to me. Right? So he had a girl named Natalie. Me I call name, you know, I'm virgin, so me not call nobody name, but me I call name. That means say anybody want to get involved, them can get involved. You know what I mean? And I think that this girl was dealt with unfairly. This girl would leave her work and come for him and take him to doctor. More than one time, more than two times I knew of it. Because a lot of time he would be round there in the house crying until this girl leave her work and come home and take him to doctor. And I see this man get the break and neglect this girl. Turn him back on her. Don't talk to her the same way.
Whoa.
Neglect the girl. And not only she too. He have other friends too that he neglect. So it was like a family together. The girl was in the family too. Right? And he just new friends when he got the break. That was just the point with him. Just new friends. He just changes his circle. Maybe we weren't brown enough or we weren't. I don't know. Because he have a look of prejudice thing of one like him. But you guys not born rich, come by internet and shuffle up and go. You're not born rich, brother. I must say, meet you, we can know you when you're dead for hungry, you know, brother. When we are dead for hungry, then I don't want to make it sound like me I put it down. We. But I was the one who had the hustling ability. I was the one who had the friends. I was the one who had the Freddie McGregor them who I could go to and get done. To sustain us. Because that's how we used to live. We used to create ways in the music where we can survive.
Yeah.
Until the hit song come. So we were suffering. So you have to understand that when you leave, I was suffering. Right? So I don't want you to say, well, I was 20 years now and I suffer same way. That's not anything to applaud. That's not anything to get mileage off to say that you're blessed. Because you did not give back a helping hand. Oh, come on, how can you be proud of that? How can you be proud of your virgin of one incident and you go dash him under the bus? Because you say me accuse you one time. Then you're going to say, I don't reach out to you like you want me to beg you. No, you are the one that has the wealth, so you should come back. It's my dignity and my pride why I don't beg you.
Summer. So, all right. One of the big mysteries of dancehall when it comes to Vegas, a lot of people around the world, a lot of people in dancehall, so we need it first. Now that we're on this topic, we could just get everything rectified. A big part of dancehall, everybody wants to know how he got the broken jawbone, and everybody thinks that the broken jawbone is a blessing in disguise because it helped to enhance the new sound that he had.
That's what I'm talking. No, he painted that picture. He told the world that this is a blessing. I remember that's why I told her that he big up the man that break his jawbone, you know, and did not big up the man that assist him to the hospital, you know. No, looking at me. I could have mad to see a mixture of Vegas the hospital have story how it go. Let me tell you a story. I went to check him, right? I went to see him at Duane Park, right?
Yeah.
So I went to Duane Park to check him, and while as I reach, I tell you the real fact. As I reach him gate, I'm shouting. Him push out him head and like him I wash some clothes. So I say, me so come. Me don't even come off of the bike. Me tell him, say, me so come. Me I go around Duane Park market because at that time Duane Park had a market.
Yeah.
Right? So I go buy some orange and come back. So I go buy a bag of orange. So on the way back from the market, I saw him walk into the police station with his jawbone swell. So anyway, he was already near the police station. So anybody know where the police station is?
Yeah, right? By Duane Park, yeah.
Alright, so when me see him now, I walk towards the police station, I follow him at the police station. See? Me, the man, I say, police came, got that time, tell me the truth, and no gunshot you get. Right? Jamaica police, them never have no car yet. And like what year when Andrew give them couple second hand use car, no police are going to car. But then when you want police to come assist you, them not have no car to come. And Vegas said that.
He said that the police brought him to the hospital.
Yes, that's what I already said, and I interviewed. Alright. He made his report, and then he stepped out. He jumped on the bike path. Right?
Yeah.
So we didn't have any money. Right? So we went at Big Ship. Right? We went at Big Ship. I saw a lady named Yolanda Rajix. I don't forget her name. Yolanda. That lady used to book show for Innocent Crew at that time. Right? I used to manage some of the artists. So I went to Yolanda and I said, Yolanda, I even saw her. I just saw her and said, look, a man just look him job on. I want some money for that doctor. See, the big Vegas now, you know. That's why I say Vegas, them don't want to have the real history of them life. Them have edit the real sufferation that we go through. See? More Vegas deny this, you know, I swear upon my life. I swear upon my pitney them life, everybody life in my family. That I'm speaking the truth. Nothing but the truth. Alright. I went to the lady and the lady said, I don't have any money, you know, but I'm gonna check Mikey Spice. So I go to Freddie, you know, me go to Freddie and Freddie give me 10 Canadian. The lady run to Mikey Spice and Mikey Spice do 500 Jamaican. I never forget.
And none
Spice hot. Hey, there's something. You see me? Them time that the man hot, you know. And the man pop off a thick Kyle, so you know, I never forget, you know. Pay $500 bill, them time $1,000 bill not come in yet. And the man give her 5 bills. See? And we jump on the bike now. See? And as I say now, my bike now have a thing on him rings and pistons. See? Because a man I tell me say, when anything happens to your police, I go carry you to public. Nothing no goes up. There's no history of police taking people to hospital unless they are emergency. Police don't have no time for them something there. Right? So, we stay so bam now, right? And pick up the money now and jump on the bike again now. So, on the way, down from Everdale, where we go check Big Ship them. See? On the way now, we stop at Skateland. Them time the Jingles was alive.
Yeah,
see?
That was hot.
Right, so him have an uncle. I never call him name. Him have an uncle. That is a singer. He drive a Volvo them time. Remember everything clearly. You know. Stop. I'm look at my uncle and say, yeah, my uncle.
Here we go on now. You go call name today because you start call some name earlier, so you can call some name.
Yeah man. Carlton him uncle name.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Carlton him uncle name. Carlton Smith. But you don't know Carlton Tamlins. You know, a big singer. My uncle a big singer. Long before Vegas a big singer, my uncle a big singer. Right, I'm not even give him uncle no big credit as no singer neither and big up him uncle. Him uncle, him say him uncle a combination. See? You don't know say go family have them little thing, but at the end of the day we have family blood thick and water.
True.
So anyway, I pull up on Carlton foot now, I say Carlton, you know some more you carry Vegas the doctor for me because man just broke him job on him. If you don't listen to me, you know, every time I tell that story it's the same way, it's no different, it can't change. You know. So when I pull up on Carlton now and ask Carlton to come, Carlton say, yo, I don't have time for him, man, man, a troublemaker, you know, man, I don't have time for this right now, you know. And I say, yo, you know, so I can't follow Carlton with the negative, I have to carry the man to the hospital, but guess what, I wanted to take him up, you see.
Yeah.
I'm there right at the half 3 o'clock, I swear upon my life. I'm there right at half 3 o'clock where I have one split decision. You know what half 3 o'clock there?
Yes,
I'm scared. You know what's scared there? You know what's scared there? So, yeah, if past the clock, you know, it's a one way, you know. So, it's either you go up Hope Road, or you go straight for go down half 3 road, for go down Cross Road, for go down straight down a
town, yeah.
To down a town. So, I was faced with the decision of what to do. And what I did, I just said, yo, the bike a crawl for go up. That's why I said the man then what is suffering. The bike come here and independent for go up a hill a crawling. That's why when someone had this and a hype up about whole car, brother, I should not remember where I come from, brother.
So the bike could barely make it for go up the road, because going up road to Papine with you is an uphill.
It's an uphill.
Yeah.
Because I show you honest means, you know. But to go down to public is a downhill.
He said it would have been easier to go half a tree road and then go down to downtown.
And that's what I did. And I took him to the public hospital. Tyrical Michael Augustus Harris took Clifford Smith, Mr. Vegas, to the hospital at Kingston Public Hospital. I mean, I swear upon my life. Any of you guys can swear upon him life. Says, it's a policeman. Child got hospital right now. Me applaud him if he can do that. And me can swear upon my life. So me carry up Mr. Vegas to the hospital.
Unstoppable TV. Unstoppable TV. You're there. We know if I catch this.
When me carry Mr. Vegas to the hospital down at KPH, it was full to capacity. Brother, me don't need to in a brother man. Me is too big in a brother man. Me I don't know wanna be, you know. All of the mega stars them that you people look up to, I made them. And it's no hype. I'm not hyping. You them say me introduce them to killer. So I was introducing them to people that can help them. Me not hide them, me not bury them, and me not like no one them boss. Me want them for boss.
Great Mason, big up.
But not for boss and come cuss me out. And to come on TV and say that you did for me when you never did. When you got your chance to help, you took off. So I took him to public. Where it was full. And listen to that story again. That means a creative mind, me a magician, you know. When we go them now look on him. Because man a come in with their head back shut out, them foot lift off, you know public go. So they are bigger.
Trauma treatment, chop up, shot,
bigger problem than Mr. Vegas one. So you know what I did? When I saw that he wasn't getting any attention, I tell him to cry out loud. And while he cry out loud, I create a vibe in the hospital. And tell him that my friend is dying and they should come now. And that's how we got assisted. And cool face, down the ram, the way down the full to capacity, there was no bed. That's why I think that Vegas, this is what Bounty Killer do, I buy bed for them. I think that Vegas should buy twice the amount of beds that Killer buy.
Killer paint that, Killer gonna go paint and buy beds and do all kind of things down there. General,
I saw that man admit on a chair sitting up with his jawbone. I swear upon my life. I'm a life, I swear upon. The man get admit on a chair sitting up. Me, Tyrical, tell them him name and everything.
Tyrical, this story, this is not normal, though, my general. This is not normal. There's a thing when you're ungrateful, but this sound a way, boy.
Brother, I say I never see something like this. But you know, brother. You know, a man look at me and tell me, say, Tyrical, you're like the foundation to a house. Nobody never look on the foundation and say what a strong foundation, but them say a beautiful roof.
Actually, I saw the house big and pretty.
Them say that a man never sum up my life so beautiful before and I never leave that. And that comfort me. The man said the foundation that hold the house together, a beautiful house together, nobody see it.
True.
But them see the hearts and all different, the heartache, everything them see.
Yeah.
But they never say the foundation that holds all these things together. And I'm saying that all Vegas is trying to do is just edit me, because what he's doing now, you know, think that I'm doing interview because I want it song. So what if me get a hit song? You shouldn't vex about that, brother. How long me a suffer? What if me get a hit song? You just worry if you say, boy, me I take that platform because me want a bus. Come on, man, I help you to bus. So what if we even take a run with it for a bus? Which I'm not. Me not do no song boy, your brother. Me just say Miss Vegas because me know you have a cuss when me don't talk. The fact.
So my question is, there's a popular notion that the cut off piece are rare if you patch up him jaw.
them cut off him body. I'm not, brother, let me tell you something. Me not going at them something there with me. Me not, one thing with me in general, me not really describe people. So I'm not gonna put down anyone because their body might be on their face. I'm not gonna do it. Because, listen this, most people where you see have a complaint out there, most people you see walk up and don't have a problem, you know. It's just to go and live with them, you know. You can find out so them have diabetes, them have blood pressure, everybody have something to contend with.
True.
Everybody have a problem to contend with, so I'm not gonna rejoice at someone's downfall. I'm here to help people, bro. I'm here to help my brothers and my sisters out of poverty. I was born to do that.
That is a big job, you know. That's a big job. That's a big job. Somebody have to do it.
Right now, I'm looking at that and I do it too. I'm a friends them around me. And everybody around me I live good life. Nobody around me now suffer, so I might not have a hit song now, but I'm still doing great and I'm still loving people and still helping what can help.
But anybody who knows Tyrical, like, you know, the Barbican diaspora, and people know, everybody know you. Like Sean Paul know you. Like when I talk to Sean Paul, say, yeah man, Tyrical is one of the youth in the streets a long time. Everybody have good things to say.
In the song, you know, I say, ask Sean Paul if I know, you know, so a lot of people saying that it's Sean Paul job one book, but I clear it up tonight on the ships. I mentioned Sean Paul name as a reference because I know that Sean Paul know the history of me and Vegas togetherness. When you mean I look a big van, I drive Sean Paul in a big van, in my parents' van when drive come as where at that time transport them time, big van.
Yeah.
Sean Paul knew me and Vegas together. Right? And I was the one who was taking him to and from. I was his transport. I was in a better position. I see me the dirty boy up on the street and the arrows and also double plate money.
Yeah, double plating was nice.
Obviously General B them and the whole of them are ride under 50. I will get inspired and know say you can own things. So Monster Shot them was my idol to see them out every day at the studio. And I was there too. You know what I mean? And I learned from them.
Do you feel the